All right, so the stage is set. We got the best players on the planet descending on the DMV area. We've got the first of 4, maybe even 5 or 6 draws in today's game. That ball skitters around, picked up inside the arc by Emily Harris-Chuck. What a start to her professional career. She scores 10 seconds in.
It depends on the player, but probably just 3 or 4. I mean, you want to be your full stamina there.
How about Harris-Chuck? 2 goals in the first minute of her professional debut.
Over and back.
And Charlotte North taking advantage behind the back, our first highlight today.
Charlotte just so crafty with her stick. You saw she went right and then got Taylor off balance, and then that behind the back right in the net.
Sammy Jo Tracy gets Team South on the board, former North Carolina Tar Heel. Can't wait to see how they adapt to this format.
Yeah, part of the strategy is offensively when you catch yourself with somebody that's normally an offensive player, do you take him to the net?
That was Lizzie Colson, a former defender at Maryland, who scored, and quickly the other way at Dempsey Arsenal. A little 2-man game north, a bouncer, Marino turns it aside. That was the shooter-goalie matchup in one of the best lacrosse games of all time, the national championship a couple years ago, BC and UNC. Forcing the turnover on the doorstep on the other side. Team North still leading by 2. Harris-Chuck's got 2 goals. Marino with a stop. Team North on the power play. Charlotte thought about ripping it. The little toe drag, and a bouncer goes. It is a 1-minute penalty as well, so we will keep an eye on that. How many can Team North rack up?
Yes.
Back to even strength here, Rachel.
All even.
Rachel, I'd love to get your opinion on this. We saw it in the PLL Champ Series with the men, but on offense sometimes that's when they're taking their rest because defense is...
So Team South hanging here. Rosenzweig had it poked away. Dorney has been active. The 2-way midi for Chris Halfpenny at Notre Dame. You love it.
We talked about the sort of the parity in the men's and women's game being so important for Olympic inclusion. And
it's a gorgeous check from Hannah Dorney. Lauren Gilbert picks up the loose change and gets turned aside by Marino.
Of these countries playing is knowing when to speed it up, knowing when to reserve some of that energy.
Great hands from Kinna. She played 6s for Team Canada, those 2022 World Games where they won gold on both the men's and women's side. That's a bullet from Mastriani, her first goal today.
Back in 2021, she had a shark collagen wrapped around her sciatic nerve. So she's part shark. That's pretty legit.
Couldn't quite get it past Marge Donovan.
North with the feed, and the finish by Harris-Chuck. That's our first hat trick today, and it comes from a player in her first professional game.
Really, really great to see Emily back out here at full strength.
Dobbie hits the deck. Colson streaking in, picks it up and puts it home.
That's the...
Here comes Charlotte North, a little space, that'll work. Goes 5-hole on Marino, and it's a hattie for Charlotte North. Opposed to the other team. Dobbie with the finish. Andy began her career at Notre Dame. She was successful. Now got 9 saves in this first half, and Colson, head of steam, so much juice. A hat trick for Lizzie Colson.
But smile when I watched her play. I love the way she played at Maryland, and here you can tell she's having a great time, playing hard, having fun.
Even the way she does interviews too. There was Lauren Gilbert from Arsenal. Over and back Mastriani, free to play. Nice setup, and Rosenzweig finishes it off.
Great awareness there on that trail by Rosenzweig. Caught defense standing a little bit.
Full game here. Things will get intense, especially down the stretch. Glynn saw that one all the way.
Energy, and you can tell today how much fun she's having and how important this game is to her.
What a move, Mastriani. DeFada got a piece of that. Stays here with Team South as Scotty Rose.
Really, it's hard enough to be a goalie in 10s, but to be a goalie in 6s. See so many more shots. Up close range there.
It was a contested shot from Erica Evans, and she still buried it. Former Princeton Tiger and Maryland Terrapin. Speaking of someone who transferred Ivy to College Park, Abby Bosco, same thing. Lost it, scooped up, and buried. It's Rosenzweig again. Back to a 1-goal game as we cross the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Dobbie on the doorstep. Count it. We're tied for the first time today.
Now Dobbie.
Charlotte switching hands, gets it to Lauren Gilbert from a sharp angle. Another stop for Katie Glynn. She's been great in this third quarter. Coast to coast for Rosenzweig. She buries it. Greyhound to Grey. Harris-Chuck didn't see the pass coming.
3v2 here.
Colson on the setup and a save. DeFada turned it aside. Harris-Chuck in her own zip code. Yes, sir. That's 4 for Emily Harris-Chuck today.
Have some time to set a press, shut off adjacents, and that's just not how the sixes rolls.
Under 5 to shoot. Kinna from way outside.
Used her teammate as a shield. Katie Glynn could not see that shot, and then she just pinged the corner.
And a long distance shot the other way from Scotty Rose Growney. That could be our final draw control of the day. Team North wins it. They've got numbers in Charlotte North with a missile to get the party started in the fourth. Right on cue. She's really revolutionized the game in a way, and I think that's the biggest way, is that outside shooting. There's Harris-Chuck with her 5th goal of the afternoon.
Shoot and score from anywhere. Such a threat.
A skip pass finds Growney, and a save by DeFada.
By accident. That's something they're hitting the wall with, and if you're a young player, take example from these amazing young women who are doing so much work outside of the game to be so great. It doesn't just happen overnight.
Wow, what a feed from Charlotte to Kinna. You see it, that work pays off. She lobbed it into the crease, and Kinna able to finish it off. 1 minute yellow card against Mastriani. Non-releasable. And Team North cashes in.
What a look by Dana Dobbie there. The skip pass. Great handle by Harris-Chuck.
This is the largest lead today for Team North. And keep in mind, we were tied going to the fourth quarter, but Charlotte North and her team have put the hammer down. That's 5 goals for the Queen of the North.
But ran it out with that incredible effort, almost taking out press row.
Look out over there, guys. Rosenzweig with a shot and a save. That's 9 for DeFada. Aldave gets it back from Tracy. Takes the sidewinder shot. Paulina DeFada's in double figures with her 10th save today. A delayed penalty. Dobbie still got it. Feeds North behind the back. A couple of goats connects for their 18th goal today. Dobbie with another behind the back feed. And Mastriani's got some wheels now. Rosenzweig kicked away by DeFada. Another save for PDF. Dobbie puts it in after the horn. Team North wins the first ever Unleashed All-Star game.